Hi, and welcome to our next video. I know, I'm wearing the same thing as the last one. Well, it's because I'm doing them at the same time. That's the beauty of the video, is that you can be recording more than one at a time, and it's actually easier for me. It gets me more fired up. So if you can't tell by the way I'm talking that I'm really fired up, I am. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you and sharing this time with you, and I just appreciate you listening and giving me some feedback. I would love that. Now, this video you're going to be getting on Friday, October, we wish, right? November 21st, 22nd. So Thanksgiving is less than a week away. Hanukkah is less than a week away because remember we've said it starts Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, and it's unusual for this time of year, for Hanukkah to fall at this time of year, but there it is. So if you have friends or that is your holiday, then you have a little bit of time and not much, okay? So I just want to keep reminding you of that, and knowing too, there's only 40 days left in the year. That's pretty significant. 40 days, that's not very much, and before you know it, it's going to fly by. That means we literally only have one weekend before Thanksgiving and Hanukkah, so be sure that that's in your head. If you're one of those Black Friday shoppers, you're probably really excited because it's right around the corner. It's literally a week from today. Who could have imagined that it would sneak up on us this quickly? Well, one of the things the reason things sneak up on us like this is that maybe we haven't been looking at our calendars and we aren't planning enough ahead. So I'm going to encourage you in this session to really think about scheduling and using your calendar more fully. Whether it's on your phone, which works for some people it doesn't. And I will tell you that I've been teaching this kind of interaction with your calendar, I'm going to call it that, because it's kind of, you have to use it in order for it to work. It doesn't do it all on its own, and it doesn't lose those appointments you probably did, whether it's on your calendar on a piece of paper or whether it's in your phone. You still need to own up that you didn't maybe enter it right on either of those kinds of mediums. So our calendars are a great tool for not only giving us more time, but giving us more time to be creative. Because when we know that what we have time for and we see gaps in our calendar, it's an awesome experience so that we really, really can make more of our lives. And particularly at this time of year. So I'm going to go over just a couple of little principles about writing in your calendar. Now, if you have a paper calendar, which is still what I love. I love the process of writing. It gets it out of my head, unlike using a phone. And I know many people who are not over the age of over the age of 40 who still love writing. There is something about how that plants it better in your brain than it does on the phone. Plus, the biggest thing for me is that I can see the entire month at one time. I can read it. and I can really focus on how my work is flowing. I can do a lot of things like that. But also on the daily interaction, I can change things around really easily when it's down on paper. I always use a pencil. I carry around, I carry a mechanical pencil. I love mechanical pencils. What can I say? And so writing it down. And I have created my own calendar, so I can't really show you that because it's really my own invention, but which I hope to market one of these days, and maybe you'll see that in 2014. But for now, I just want you to look at whatever it is you're using, and even if it's Google Calendar, you can do these things. Not as easy to do on some of the phone applications, but work at it. And but if you're using paper, really easy to customize. Even a regular calendar. Some of them have, and all I did was 2 days here. So imagine that this is all 30 days. Now some calendars only have about 5 lines per day. And so what I encourage you to do is imagine, if you don't want to take the time to write it, which I wouldn't blame you for doing that, but if you need to imagine when you're looking at that little box, that there's a clock there, okay? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if your day starts earlier or if your day ends later, adjust accordingly. But thinking that that needs to have a clock to it, because I'll tell you, when I see a calendar, and I've seen it many, many times, where here's the page, here's the day, and you say, oh, when can we have coffee? And they say, oh, let's do it at 3 o'clock. And there it is. Oh, and then the next person walks up and they say, oh, I need to make a dentist appointment. Okay, I think that's at 10:30. And they start scribbling in, and they start scribbling in the time just indiscriminately. The problem with that isn't so much that it's not in order. I'm not trying to be too tight about it, but the idea is that you can't see when you have openings. So if I knew I'm having coffee, with Jan at 3 o'clock, and I write it in at 3 o'clock, and I know that at 10:30 is my dentist appointment, okay, then I can see how the rest of my day is open. I can see that. When all you do is just write as things come up, you have to study it, you have to think about it, and most people, truthfully, aren't that visual. They can't really see the gaps, see the difference between writing it like this and writing it like this. Big difference. So if the beauty of it is, when you design your own calendar, or you have some of the other great products out there, so this is something to look for when you're buying your 2014 calendar, which you're probably thinking about right now, because I'm looking. This is the time to buy them. They aren't usually there, and you need a calendar way before January to start writing in your January appointments and that kind of thing. But look for one that actually has 8 through 6 or something on it for the days. And so if that means that it has to have just one day per page, I encourage you to do that. It's much easier than just doing that little tiny thing. Because the other thing that I do, this is my last tip and I have to sign off, but the other thing that I do, which I absolutely love, is, see here where I just wrote Jan, I can write at, and then where it is, well, because everybody knows Starbucks, we're just going to say Starbucks, and I'm going to put the city that it's in. I live here, so I'm going to put that. And I can actually write in where we're meeting, where it is, because there's a lot of Starbucks out there. So you may be able to even write the street address. So that's really a great place to do that. Write the detail in so you don't have to question yourself later. It's so much easier, and it really only takes a second. So think about that it's powerful for you to come across to people that you care about them, that you're on time, that you write things down in a way that they feel confident, like you're really going to be there, really show up. It's tough being on the other end, either way. So that's why using a calendar really will free you up and make you feel a little more in control, and that's what organizing is, remember? It's not about perfection, it is about feeling like you're in control and that you know what's happening. And when you know what's happening in your day, it really will empower you, and just you'll enjoy it more. So I look forward to talking about this a little bit more, probably in 2014. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, Extraordinary Organizing, and I'm Linda Easton with Extraordinary Organizing. See you soon.